All right, so once you started worshiping these idols, that's when death comes, man. That's when death came into the planet. You know, that's why the top commandment is, "Thou shalt worship no other God but me." Because when you get to getting separated from the God of your fathers, you get to worshiping these idols, and you start doing the things that bring forth death. And I'm just saying all these things over and over to edify. All right, whoever is listening might need to hear this over and over so that they can be built up. Because like they say, what's that saying? The father repetition. The father of a skill is repetition. All right, the way you learn is by repeating things. That's why Esau, he knows that, he's drilling these things in your head so much because he wants control of your mind. So he puts it on his media. Several times a day you hear the same stories. Wear a mask, social distance. You hear these things so many times a day, people are already embedded to do these things on their own without you having to say anything, man, So part of this walk is deprogramming yourself, And you need to hear these things over and over so that you can shake off the programming that Esau put on us, man. All right, because if you don't, man, you're gonna get taken, man. And it's too late in the game to get taken right now. Verse 13, "For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever." So the idols ain't gonna be here forever, right? Yahushua is coming down to break this shit, man, to put this shit, in the past, man. Verse 14, "For by the vainglory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end." And these idols, they give you a sense of entitlement, and they give you a sense of, my God. And when you hear people amongst, Israel, they talk about, the God, my God, this, and my Jesus, that, right? They talk about these things in a very proud manner, not my God, not my Jesus, because these are idols. And this gives them a vain sense of glory when they talk like this, man. When it does nothing but promote you going after your own lust, man. Which is fulfilling the lust of the flesh, which is your own demise. And we calling out to you Israelites to come out of this shit, man. Repent. The kingdom is at hand. All right, jumping up to verse 27. "For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. For neither are they mad when they be merry or prophesy lies or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. For insomuch as their trust in idols which have no life," so the idols don't live, man. That's why it tells you that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is a living God. The idols don't live. Okay? It says, "For insomuch as their trust is in idols which have no life, though they swear falsely, yet they look not to be hurt. Howbeit for both causes shall they be justly punished, both because they thought not well of God, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness. For it is not the power of them by whom they swear, but it is the just vengeance of sinners that punisheth always the offense of the ungodly." And idol worship is a heavy offense of the ungodly, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this beast, the mark of the beast. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. "And he causeth all, both small and great." Now, it says he causeth all. All right? Right now, he's causing all to wear these fucking masks, man. Right? Which, that shit itself is a pain in the ass. But, it's doable, man. You can put the shit on, tuck that shit down a little bit if you need to. Sometimes, like me, I just wear it for the visual compliance, right? Hey, what you think about everything going on right now?
Think about it?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Like the fact you walking around with a mask on, right? Why you got that on?
I got people listening.
Okay. Now that's real. I feel you on that. But what do you think about this whole thing? You know what I'm saying? This whole wearing the mask. You know, this shit been going on almost a year now. What do you think about it all? Do you know why it's happening?
I mean, understanding microgenetics from my standpoint, I understand how everything is mental first.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we come across, it first starts in the mind.
Right.
So, for me, like a state, period. A state within itself is a state of mind. You know, they call it a status because when two people agree on the same state of mind, same mental, they come together and they create a status. State plus us. You know what I'm saying? So everything starts and ends within the mind. So the whole thing is, when they removed the change from our so-called feet, they knew they had our mind. So they still had us enslaved to their programming based on that principle. So that's how I feel about it, ultimately.
So what is it all leading to? Where is this all going? What do you think this is a big psyop? You know, do you think this is where is this going?
It's an attempted psyop, but the Most High already has it all like planned out. He already has his army prepared to intervene before they plan could even come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? 144,000 coming together to stop all that madness they trying to do.
All right.
You know
okay.
I mean?
So do you know who the 144,000 are? Do you know what they represent? I see you believe in the Most High?
Yeah, the 144,000 is for me is a frequency. It's a state of mind. You know, oftentimes I feel like we take the matter over the energy. Basically, the object over the subject. Like, because the objective realm would teach us to focus on our image in nations instead of our imagination. When he created us in his image, you know, when he first said he created the earth and heaven, they both was without form. So when they originally was created, they both were just perspectives. You know, in Genesis 1, neither one of them had form, but they both was created. You know what I mean? So for me, going back to everything as perspective, the 144,000 is the people who are on the frequency, who are fighting in the army of the Prince of Peace. Not necessarily an image in a nation, but a thought process. You know what I'm saying? So for the 144, it's going to be some, from in my perspective, some who image themselves in this ideology, that ideology, and then a collection of them all coming together to fight for one cause, the peace. You know what I'm saying? And prosperity and abundance.
So let me ask you this. You said the Most High, right?
Mm-hmm.
You believe in the Most High?
Yeah. I believe that we all come from the same energy source. And everything goes back to that source. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When it leaves this physical form of matter.
So what's like the foundation of what you believe in? Where does it come from?
Right. So
you know
I definitely,
because I believe this is my foundation, the Bible, right? So what's yours?
Right. For me, my foundation is everything.
But what is it though? Like, you know, is that when you say everything, what do you mean?
Well, I studied the Bible. I studied the Quran, the Quran. I studied the Metanetta. So I studied everything on the planet. Even my daily motions is my Bible. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is a part of the one that created everything. Like they say in James 4, and we say, I created everything. So for me, studying God is studying everything because he created everything. Nothing was created but by it. So I used to separate religions from
wait a
everything.
minute though.
Let me finish. I'm almost done. Like 2 more sentences just to give you the whole root. I used to separate religions from everything, but then I realized that everything is everything. So that means all religions must be included in everything. So that's why I went on the journey of studying all of them. And then the last final study was studying myself.
Okay. All right, cool, man. Well, nice talking to you.
Yeah, same here, King.
Appreciate it, man.
Peace.
All right.
I definitely know the word, though, too.
All right. Woo. Hey, man, the scriptures say, you know, it tells you about the weariness of studying, you know, many books. You're not supposed to be studying all these different books, all these different ideas, philosophies, because what they'll do, they'll bug you out. Like he was bugged out. You know, he's completely bugged out, man. And that's what those things will do because, like Apostle Paul said, the Most High is not the author of confusion. When you get to reading all these books, you get confused. You don't really have a solid foundation. When you ask him, well, what's your foundation? He'll say his foundation is everything. Well, what does that mean? You know, he said he would study this and then study that and then study this and then study himself. But at the end of the day, what does that mean? You know, you're just confused. And a lot of our people are just confused, and the Lord has, you know, blinded them, which I had this written down to bring out, and now is the perfect time to bring it out. Because some won't attain what they need to obtain for salvation. They were just created, and the Lord is, you know, really just got them out here to be a part of the destruction. Yeah, this is, I'm gonna go back to Romans 11. Because I know I was there, then I went somewhere else. But let's go back to Romans 11, verse 7. It says, "What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for." And ultimately, Israel wants peace, man. They want rest. They want the truth. That's what they really want. All right, so the Lord has made it to where the whole nation can't get it, because the peace comes through Yahushua. But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So the elect, they're going to obtain that peace. They're going to obtain, you know, Yahushua. And the Lord said that he would be, you know, coming to me that are heavy laden and find rest for your souls. So through Yahushua, through the mercy of the Most High, through Yahushua, we found rest. We found what we were looking for. It was a big sigh of relief when you brothers and you few sisters, when you came across this truth, man, because everything in life made more sense, you know? So again, it said the rest were blinded. Verse 8, "According as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day." Isaiah the 6th chapter. So the Most High put that spirit of slumber on our people. And David saith, verse 9, "And David saith, let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block." And the ultimate table is this word. This is the snare, you know, a stumbling block into our people. You know, that goes back to the prayer that King David made against 2/3, you know. Verse 10, "Let their eyes, and a recompense sent unto them." Because this same table, you know, that's going to be a snare unto our people. This is what's going to be a recompense to our people. Meaning it's going to be what condemns them. It's going to be what pays them back for their wickedness. The same thing that's going to give us, Lord willing, salvation, that's giving us rest, that's giving us understanding, is going to confuse them. It's going to lead to their damnation. You know? Hey, and it is what it is, man. Verse 10, "Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow their back always." And that's what the Lord did. He darkened their eyes so that they can't get it. You know? Vanity, man. You got an Edomite right here riding past, holding the flag out his window, waving it. You know what's up with him. You know he trunked 2020 MAGA to the fullest. But that's vain, man, because America is done. You know, even the elites are done with America, man. They done with this place. That's why they letting it fold, man. They bleeding out the economy on purpose. They purposely bleeding out the economy because they through with America. You know, I just did that video on the Great Reset, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, where you got Klaus Schwab, whatever the fuck his name is, Klaus Schwab. You know, what'd he say? Talking about the Fourth Industrial Revolution, you know, the Great Reset, how they using basically COVID-19. Damn, I ain't want to say it. Con Julio 19, they using this thing to reset everything, man. Which that was the plan, the intention all along, to bring about the world, you know, to bring about the world, to bring the world closer to the digital age, to merge man with machine. And it's a fucking genius ass thing, if I must say myself, man. You know, these devils are, you know, very wise in wickedness, man. Very wise. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And that serpent represents a nation of people, all right? So that serpent that it's speaking about is, back then, it would have went through Cain. Today, it's through the lineage of the Edomites, all right? They're the most crafty. These are the ones that are more subtle than any other beast of the field, and that beast of the field represents the other nations. All right, so the Edomites are very, very crafty and wise in their wickedness, all right? Because like we just read in Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, that you know, the other nations have drunken of his wine and they are mad. You know, through his craftiness, he done deceived and got a whole lot of the other nations to follow his way, Americanism. Okay, a lot of these nations have forsaken the way of their fathers, and now they wearing suits and ties. You know, they are eating fast food. You know, they're liberating their women. They're allowing their women to drive. You know, and that word mad goes into crazy. These other nations are bugged out now. You know, they losing it. And it's that same old serpent, you know, back in Genesis, that's in rulership right now. The same serpent. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world, man. Hey, how you doing? So again, that old serpent, it says the great dragon, that red dragon, Esau Edom, right? Because he was a serpent back then, you know, a little bitty lizard. Now that little bitty lizard done grew into this big ass dragon, man. You know? That which deceiveth the whole world. All the nations are mad, right? He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast with him. Were cast out with him. And what are the angels? What are his angels? His angels represent the technology, his military. All of these things are about to be cast out with the red dragon. Because the red dragon is synonymous with the red horse, man. You know? It's the same entities, man. This is a book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Because I did a video about a week ago called Hidden in Plain Sight. And it's funny how the Lord has, you know, literally put us in plain sight. Like it says, we've been made spectacles to the angels and to the men, to the people. You know, what we do right here is something you can't avoid. You can't not see it, right? And this thing has been right in your faces, and yet you can't get it. Like, we're hidden, but we're right here. You see us, but we're still hidden, right? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. And you got all these jakes that walk past, man. You know, they walk past, they hear you, they see you, but they don't see you and they don't hear you. Going back to what we just read, the curse that King David put on our people, man. He prayed that they couldn't get it. You know? And what's going on, man? The gospel is hidden, man. The gospel is hidden, man. That's heavy, man. Whew. Look at, you got all these Israelites out here, man, and yet the gospel is hidden, though. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's scary, man. Because here it is, we in 2020, we in the last days of the last days, man. And the Lord has made known the like it tells you how the seals will be broken. I think that's Revelation, the 5th chapter. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 1. And I saw in the right hand of him that sat on the throne a book written within, and on the backside sealed with 7 seals. That book is the Bible. And it was sealed, all right, it was sealed. The books were closed. The understanding of the scriptures were not available. All right, jumping up to verse 3. And no man in heaven nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon. So for a long time, man, the understanding of the Bible wasn't around. And it's scary to know that the Bible's understanding is here, and the Lord got all these jakes straight blinded, man. Again, 2 Corinthians 4:3, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, or Yahushua, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. Right. So the Lord don't want the gospel to shine unto them. You know? That's why, to the believers, man, you can't get messed up when you see Jakes die, man. You can't, because the Lord don't want them to get it. The Lord has them blinded for a purpose. The Lord has everyone in their lot. All right? All the spirits belong to the Heavenly Father, man. In the second address, it tells you how, you know, you can't love, you can't love these people more than the Most High, because the Most High created them. You know? So a grievous judgments are coming to the house of Israel in these last days, man. And you can't feel sorry for them, man. You know, you got to worry about yourself, man. Get the blood off your hands. You know, warn these folks, man, and keep it moving, because you know, at the end of the day, Israel don't want it. Israel don't believe, man. They don't care. Israel want to do what they want to do. This is 1 John chapter 5, verse 18. We know that whosoever is born of the Most High sinneth not, but he that is begotten of the Most High keepeth himself, and that wicked one toucheth him not. And we know that we are of the Most High, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. And we know that the Son of the Most High has come, and have given us an understanding, that we may know him that is true, and we are in him that is true, even in his Son, Yahushua HaMashiach, that this is the true power and eternal life. Little children, keep yourselves from idols. All right, so that's been today's sermon, man. Get away from these idols, man. All right, because real soon, the modern day idol is this artificial intelligence, man. Esau is preparing to decree that those, just like the days of Nebuchadnezzar, that you Israelites are gonna have to bow down to his God, all right, to his new age, almighty, all powerful, all knowing artificial intelligence. You know, his Siri, his Alexa, all right. And we're here to tell you, man. We're here to warn you not to do it. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakodesh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and mercy to the elect, to the house of David. Shalom, and keep the faith and keep enduring, man, in all truth, righteousness, and sincerity, man. Shalom.